Hello dear friends, my PC has broken down and I am now using an older machine which is slow but reliable. You will notice a higher sound volume because I have a better video recorder. Opinion piece. The fourth turning. Kali Yuga. Cyclic phases. Age of confusion. Crisis of freedom. State protagonism. Moral degradation. Historical parallels. Populism increases. Generational cycles. History repeats itself. There are 4 stages. Embrace the unknown. Period of transformation. It occurs every 80 or 90 years. Awakening produces upheaval. Let's start. The age of darkness, ignorance and devastation is called the fourth turning or Kali Yuga. It is about life cycles, whether universal or individual. Like the 4 seasons of the year, the mere fact of being alive creates a Kali Yuga. According to Darius Dale, the crisis will deepen with the arrival of the fourth turning. This theory posits that society goes through cyclical phases that culminate in a period of crisis and transformation. Hindu texts describe 4 yugas or world ages in an astrological cycle, and the Kali Yuga is believed to be the current age, which is filled with conflict and sin. There is nothing new here, just a lot of ignorance. The fourth turning theory, developed by historians William Strauss and Neil Howe, proposes that history follows a cyclical pattern of approximately 80 to 90 years. According to this generational theory, the fourth turning has a significant impact on individual freedoms. The theory suggests that during the fourth turning, populism is strengthened, individual freedoms are awakened, and citizen demands and the role of a state increase. This can lead to significant conflicts and profound changes in society. Cycles. The theory is based on the idea that history unfolds in generational cycles, each composed of 4 stages or turns. First, the high peak stage follows a crisis and is characterized by strong institutions, a strong sense of social cohesion, and weak individualism. A recent example is the post-World War II era, from 1946 until the assassination of JFK in 1963. This stage corresponds to the silent generation born between 1925 and 1942, and is associated with the post-World War II Renaissance. Second, the awakening stage is associated with times of upheaval, creativity and cultural transformation. It is a period when people seek to shed social obligations and search for a sense of passion of their own. This turn is associated with the baby boomer generation, born between 1943 and 1960. Third, the delusionment stage is characterized by cynicism and a decrease in social cohesion, where people live their lives independently of the community. This turn is associated with Generation X, that is, those born between 1961 and 1981. Fourth, the current crisis stage is marked by a major social and political transformation, where society is reinvented to be reborn as a community. It often involves war or revolution, and is characterized by the destruction of the old order and the creation of a new one. This fourth turn is the one that occurs every 80 or 90 years, and is the most critical of the 4 turns. This stage corresponds to the millennial generation born between 1982 and 2004, and is associated with the current fourth turn crisis. According to Strauss and Howe, every 4 of these 80 to 90 year periods, the fourth turning occurs, which is the most critical and is marked by a major crisis event. Historical examples include the American Revolution, the Civil War, the Great Depression, and World War II. The current fourth turning is considered to have begun with the great financial crisis and Great Recession of 2008-2009. And most of the critical action is predicted to occur in the second half of this era of crisis, which includes events such as the health crisis. The fourth turning is characterized by greater demands on the community from citizens and a greater sense of community urgency. This can lead to a reduction in personal freedoms in favor of collective goals and social stability. The fourth turning wakens individual freedom. It is an era of social and political crisis, where individual freedoms tend to weaken. This is because society focuses on collective cohesion and survival, which often requires individual sacrifices. Populism and the role of the state are also on the rise, taking on a more prominent role in the lives of citizens. This increase in state control and demand for civic engagement may limit individual freedom as society seeks greater unity and coordination to confront the crisis. Strauss and Howe point out that this pattern is repeated in history, citing examples such as the 1930s, where there was a strengthening of populism and the awakening of individual freedom. This parallel suggests that the current dynamics could follow a similar pattern of behavior, negatively affecting individual freedom. In short, the fourth turning involves a period in which individual freedom is compromised and the need for social cohesion, the increase in state control, and the strengthening of populism. Opinions. According to Imtonago, people talk about demons that manifest themselves as parties, concerts, etc. Nemesis says, "Hold on your hat. They are not hiding their agenda," which may mean that they are quite sure of themselves. According to Lorenzo C., the Davos Forum discusses using technology to remotely inflict pain on people as coercion. Good people. On the contrary. According to Judy Pinkton, around the world, nations such as Japan and Argentina are moving to dismantle oppressive tax regimes in line with G0 mandates. These are isolated moves but calculated steps toward financial liberation. She adds that a redistribution of wealth is coming, while debt forgiveness has already begun and is linked to the global financial reset. Every person on this planet will be debt-free, with enough wealth to live freely. According to Kavamur, full disclosure unravels everything we thought was true. So a complete consciousness upgrade and separation from dark forces is necessary to fully accept it. Kavamur adds that white hats do not lie to the public or force actors to put on a show. We have seen a black hat puppet show. That doesn't mean we have not one. Ascension is guaranteed. Arrests cannot be made public because white hats do not control the government or the media. Be optimistic about the future, but understand that we are not at the end yet. There are still tribulations. Never forget that your inner peace does not depend on external circumstances. We are going to show a new world. Those who are blind will see the light. A new, beautiful and brave world awaits us. USA. According to My Christo 8, Treasury bonds are being recycled into gold. Texas has applied to join BRICS Plus. US is saying to be joining BRICS Plus nations in 2026. X22 report. Dark side preparing for insurgency to be countered by counterinsurgency. Familia playbook. National Guard activated in Nevada. Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson expose demonic attacks. Trump critically reveals ongoing deep state purge, according to Michael Baxter. Trump announces seizure of assets from criminal gangs and cartels. According to Martin Armstrong, if Trump wins, he will eliminate the income tax and the economy will soar. X22 report. When Trump wins the election, the market will be pushed up and people will chase the market. But when we get to 2025, the market will go down and we will be in a recession. Trump will implement his economic plan. The economy will go backwards and eventually the central bank will be eliminated. During this time, gold and Bitcoin will make incredible moves. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.